What grabs your attention instantly? A headline packed with questions, right?
Definitely.
And today we've got a real head-turner. Trump crypto ventures face investigation over fraud, bribery, and conflicts of interest. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, that headline certainly makes you stop and think. And, for good reason. We're diving into a pretty recent news report here. It details this investigation into former President Trump's activities, specifically in the cryptocurrency space.
Exactly. And this deep dive, it's based on a Crypto Potato article. It's by Wayne Jones, dated May 15th, 2025.
Right.
And the core of it really are some serious allegations the investigators are looking into. Things like illegal fundraising, maybe foreign influence, and whether political power was used unfairly to benefit these crypto ventures. So our mission for you today is basically to navigate this without getting totally lost in the crypto jargon
Yeah, keep it clear.
and to understand the main allegations and sort of the context around it all.
Okay, so where is this actually coming from? I mean, who started this investigation?
Good question. It's actually coming from inside the House of Representatives. Some members there initiated it.
Ah, okay. Specific members.
That's right. We're talking about Representatives Gerald Connolly, Joseph Morell, and Jamie Raskin. They're all senior figures on various House committees. They really got the ball rolling on this.
Okay, senior members. So what did they actually do? What was the first step?
Well, their first step was pretty direct. They sent a formal letter, a request for information, to the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
Asking for what specifically?
They're asking for all suspicious activity reports, SARS, connected to Trump's fundraising efforts.
Okay, SARS. Just to clarify for everyone, those are the reports banks and financial institutions have to file, right? If they see transactions that look, well, suspicious.
Exactly. Potentially linked to illegal stuff. And the request, it covers a pretty significant period from January 1st, 2023, right up to now.
Wow, okay. So quite a wide net.
Yeah, and they've set a deadline, too, May 30th. They want those reports quickly.
May 30th. That definitely suggests they see some urgency here.
For sure. It indicates they view this pretty seriously.
And this inquiry, it isn't just focused on one thing, is it? It sounds like it covers a few different areas.
Correct. Yeah, they're looking at the Republican fundraising platform, WinRed, for one.
Okay, WinRed.
And then there are several political action committees, PACs, including, interestingly, Elon Musk's America PAC.
Right. Paxies being those groups that raise money privately, sort of outside the official parties, to influence elections or laws.
Precisely. But it goes beyond just those more traditional political fundraising channels.
It does. The investigation also pulls in World Liberty Financial, or WLF, and that's an entity reportedly connected to the Trump family. And then, of course, there are the meme coins. Those have gotten a lot of attention in the crypto world. The Trump coin, and even one called Melania.
Right, the meme coins. Let's maybe focus on World Liberty Financial, WLF, for just a second. The article brings up some interesting points about their WLFI token sale. Sounds like it didn't go too smoothly at first.
That's what the reporting suggests, yeah. The WLFI token sale apparently struggled a bit to hit its initial fundraising goals.
Okay.
But here's where it gets really interesting. WLF then got this huge cash injection, a $75 million purchase.
$75 million? From who?
Get this. Justin Sun, the founder of Tron.
Justin Sun. Okay, now he's a name that rings a bell. He's had some regulatory attention himself, hasn't he? The article mentions SEC scrutiny since 2023.
Exactly. That's a really crucial bit of context here. And what's fascinating, or maybe concerning, depending on your view, is that Sun apparently just got a pause in that SEC case.
A pause? Why?
He cited ongoing talks with the regulators. You see the timing. He's got this SEC case. It gets paused. And around then, he makes this massive $75 million investment in WLF, an entity linked to Trump. It understandably raises questions, suspicions about potential bribery. Was this investment maybe meant to gain favor or exert some kind of influence?
It definitely raises some eyebrows.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to those meme coins then, Trump and Melania. The allegations there sound pretty significant too.
They are. One major claim is that entities affiliated with the former president control a huge chunk of the Trump coin supply, something like 80%.
80%? Wow, that's incredibly concentrated.
It really is. And according to this report, these same entities have allegedly made over $100 million just from trading fees associated with the coin.
$100 million in fees. But it wasn't just, like, insiders potentially profiting. The article mentioned early investors, too.
That's right. And here's a detail worth noting. Some of those early investors were apparently foreign nationals. The report specifically mentions some possibly being Chinese nationals.
Okay. And they did well.
Apparently, they made substantial profits by, getting in early and selling the token before things went south for later buyers.
Ah, so there's the other side of the coin.
Exactly. Those early profits contrast sharply with what happened later. The article cites massive losses for those who invested later on, over $2 billion in total losses.
$2 billion. That's staggering.
It is. And this whole pattern, insiders and early investors making bank while later investors lose heavily, that's what fuels these accusations of potential insider trading. And also, classic pump and dump schemes.
Right. Pump and dump being where you artificially inflate the price, maybe with misleading hype, then sell off your stake, leaving everyone else holding the bag.
Precisely.
And this ties into the other big concern mentioned, national security and foreign influence. Because with crypto, buyers can often be anonymous, right?
Exactly. That anonymity is key here. The article points out that most of the WLF tokens, the other venture we talked about, were reportedly sold to foreign investors.
So the lawmakers are connecting the dots. Anonymous foreign buyers, potentially large sums of money.
Yeah, they're arguing that this combination creates a potential pathway for foreign actors to influence U.S. policy. The worry is that these investments could be a backdoor way to gain leverage or curry favor.
Okay, there's another piece to this puzzle involving WLF. Back in March 2025, they announced plans for a stablecoin called USD1.
Yes, that's right, USD1. And the plan involved another major player in the crypto world, Binance.
Binance. How are they involved?
Well, the plan was for a fund backed by Abu Dhabi to use this new USD1 stablecoin for a huge investment in Binance. We're talking $2 billion.
$2 billion.
Yes.
Using this new stablecoin linked to WLF.
Yeah.
To invest in Binance. Now, wait, Binance has its own history, doesn't it? Didn't they have issues with U.S. law?
They certainly did. It's crucial context. Binance was convicted previously for violating U.S. anti-money laundering laws, AML violations.
Right, so putting it all together.
The lawmakers look at the timing, the players involved, a stablecoin from a Trump-linked entity, and Abu Dhabi fund, a $2 billion investment into a company with a recent AML conviction. They see it as highlighting, pretty serious conflicts of interest and major ethical concerns. It looks to them like a worrying mix of business interests and political power.
Okay, so this investigation, it's not happening in a vacuum, is it? The article mentions this is part of a bigger push, especially from Democrats, for more regulation around politics and crypto.
That's a very important piece of the larger picture, yes. We're definitely seeing broader efforts to tackle these kinds of intersections. The article actually points to a few other related things happening.
Like what?
Well, for instance, Representative Richie Torres introduced a bill. It aims to specifically ban sitting presidents and members of Congress from profiting personally from meme coins and stable coins.
It sounds like a direct reaction to some of the things we've just discussed.
It certainly seems related. And then you had Senators Elizabeth Warren and Adam Schiff calling for an ethics probe.
What was that about?
It was related to a gala dinner hosted by Trump where apparently top holders of his Solana-based meme coin got exclusive invitations or perks.
Ah, okay. So again, linking financial gain from crypto directly to political access or influence.
Exactly. That's the concern being raised. And one more thing, the article mentioned the Genius Act.
The Genius Act. What's that?
It was a bill aimed at regulating stablecoins, but it failed to pass in Congress. And apparently, these unresolved conflicts surrounding Trump's crypto dealings were cited as a factor in why it didn't get through.
Wow. So these specific crypto ventures are actually impacting broader efforts to regulate the space.
It seems that way. It all just highlights how complex this is becoming and how much scrutiny is now falling on this intersection of politics and crypto.
Okay, so let's just pull this together for you, the listener. What are the main takeaways here?
Right.
We're looking at allegations of potential fraud tied to these crypto ventures. There are these suspicions, these questions about bribery, particularly linked to that large foreign investment from Justin Sun.
And then there's the pattern with the meme coins, Trump and Melania raising red flags about possible insider trading, maybe pump and dump schemes.
Yeah, with huge reported losses for later investors. And overall, this picture emerges of potentially significant conflicts of interest, where political power and these financial crypto ventures seem to be getting mixed up.
And it's really important, I think, for anyone following crypto to see the relevance here. This situation, it really does shine a light on the complexities, the potential pitfalls when crypto, which can be pretty opaque, intersects with high-stakes politics and fundraising.
Right.
It just underscores this whole ongoing debate about regulation. How do we regulate this space? Should we regulate it more? What are the ethics involved, especially with these new kinds of assets?
Which, I suppose, leads us to a final thought for you to chew on. Given how anonymous crypto transactions can be and how global these ventures are, how can we actually ensure transparency, accountability, especially when political figures and influence are involved?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. And what are the broader implications here? For trust in our financial systems, sure, but also trust in political leadership. It
Yeah.
definitely gives you something to think about.